Welcome in mathematics class. Let us start our today's session. In today's session, we are going to discuss exercise 3.1. In our previous session, we have started our third chapter of mathematics, which is understanding quadrilaterals. I hope you all understood that concept. We have learned polygon. Now, what is mean by polygon? A polygon is a simple closed curve which is made up of only line segment. Okay. So, according to number of sides and number of vertices, polygons are classified into different types like triangle, quadrilateral, then hexagon, heptagon, nonagon, decagon and so on. Okay. Now also we have learned diagonal of a polygon. Now what is meant by diagonal of a polygon? Diagonal of a polygon is nothing but a line segment joining two consecutive vertices. Okay. A line segment joining two non-consecutive vertices of the polygon is called as diagonal of that polygon. We have learned this in our previous session. Also we have learned convex polygon and concave polygon. What is the basic difference between these two types? Convex polygon contains all its diagonal is in interior part. So the diagonals of convex polygon lies only in interior part of that polygon. Okay. Diagonals of the convex polygon lies in only their interior part. And what about concave polygon? Diagonals of concave polygon lies exterior part of that polygon. Some of the diagonals lies in interior part and some of the diagonals lies in exterior part. But in case of convex polygon, all the diagonals lies in only interior part of that polygon. These polygons are called as convex polygon. Okay. Also we have learned regular polygon and irregular polygon. Now which polygon is called as regular polygon? The polygon which are equilateral and equiangular. Now what is meant by equilateral? Equilateral means what? All sides are same. And equiangular means measure of all angles are same. Now if the polygon is equilateral and it is also equiangular, then only that polygon is called as regular polygon. Otherwise it is called as irregular polygon. For example, equilateral triangle. In equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, also all angles are equal. So equilateral triangle is an example of regular polygon. Square. In square, all sides are equal, also all angles are also equal. So that means square is an example of regular polygon. But what about isosceles triangle? In isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. Okay, two sides are equal and the angles are also not same. So therefore, isosceles triangle is an example of irregular polygon. So do you understood? What are the concepts? First one is polygon, then regular polygon, irregular polygon, diagonal of a polygon and convex polygon, concave polygon. These all concepts we have learned in our previous session. Also we have completed some examples of exercise 3.1. Okay. So in this today's session we are going to solve some remaining examples of our exercise. So let us start. Our first question is, what is the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? What is the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not concave? We have to check the property, angle measure property for convex quadrilateral, and that is we also have to check if this property is hold for either concave polygon or not. Now tell me, what is the angle property of triangle? Angle sum property of triangle? Right. The measure of angles of all the measure of all angles of a triangle is 180. Correct? the sum of measure of all angles, the sum of measure of all angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, so if our polygon is convex, then just we want to calculate the sum of all measures or sum of all measure of all angles of that convex polygon. So let's we draw here a convex polygon. Now what is meant by convex polygon? Convex polygon means the polygon having all its diagonal in its interior part. Remember this thing. Convex polygon means the polygon having all its diagonal in his interior part only. Okay. So here I draw one convex polygon. Okay. So this is polygon. Why it is polygon? Since it is simple closed curve made up of single only line segment. So it is called as polygon. Okay. And here diagonals of polygon. Look at here. This is one of the diagonal and this one is other diagonal. So all the diagonals are lies in interior part. So this polygon is called as convex polygon. Now we have to measure the sum of the measures of the angles of convex quadrilateral. Since it is a quadrilateral. Why it is quadrilateral? Since it has four sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the polygon having four sides is called as quadrilateral. And we have to measure all sum of all angles of this quadrilateral. For this, I join here two non-consecutive vertices. That is, I draw here one diagonal of the convex polygon. Look at here. So therefore, here I call this figure as A, B, C, D. So here we get two triangles. These two triangles are which triangles are? Triangle A, B, C. And here we get a triangle ACD. ACD. Now we get here two triangles, and all of you know that the angle sum property of triangle, sum of measures of all angles of triangle is 180 degree. So while calculating measures of angle of quadrilateral, if we can measure the sum of angles of these two triangles, then we get the sum of all angles of quadrilateral. So it's very simple. So instead of calculating sum of measures of quadrilateral, angles of quadrilateral, we can use angle measure property, angle sum property. So here I write using angle sum property, angle sum property of triangle, angle sum property of triangle. I can write here angle. Okay, here I name these angles as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so for the triangle ABC, for triangle ABC, measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 is equal to what? 180 degree using angle sum property. Okay. Also for triangle, next triangle which is ACD. For triangle ACD, here the angle, measure angle for ACD. Which are the angles of triangle ACD? 4, 5 and 6. Measure angle 5 plus measure angle 6 plus measure angle okay, here 4, 5 and 6. That is 4 is equal to what? 180 degree. Okay. So while calculating measure angle of quadrilateral, sum of measure angle of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to what? We can add these all triangles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, is equal to what? Measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 plus measure angle 4 plus measure angle 5 plus For these three, the sum is 180 degree, and for these three, also the sum is 180 degree. That means 180 plus 180 is equal to what? 360 degree, right? That means the sum of measures of angles of convex quadrilateral is 360 degree. If our quadrilateral is convex, then sum of measures of angles of convex quadrilateral is 360 degree. So for this, we have drawn here one diagonal, and we divide this quadrilateral in two parts, in two triangles. Okay, and using angle sum property of triangle, we can easily find the angle sum of convex polygon. Okay, now one more question in this question is that will this property is hold if the quadrilateral is not concave? Okay, now they told us if the quadrilateral is convex, is not convex, not convex means not concave. If the quadrilateral is not convex, then this property is hold or not? We have to check. So just we have to make which concave polygon. Okay, since our polygon is not convex. So here I draw one figure of concave polygon. Concave polygon is what? Look at here. So this is figure of concave polygon. Why it is concave? Look at here. Since diagonals are here. If this one is one diagonal and this one is other diagonal. Here diagonal, one of the diagonal is lies in the interior part and one diagonal is lies in the exterior part of that polygon. So therefore this polygon is concave polygon. Okay, so we have to discuss the angle sum property of concave polygon. Okay, so for this figure also I draw here one line segment, okay, or one diagonal. So I divide this concave polygon into equal triangles. So I name this triangle as A, B, C, and one more. This point is D. Again, this polygon is converted into or divided into two triangles 1, 2, 3, and I name this as 4, 5, and 6. But there are two triangles, and using angle sum property, we can write as measure angle A plus B, that is 2 plus 3 is equal to 180 degree. Also, measure angle 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 180 degree. And adding these sum of these two triangles, we get sum of all angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So there is no change if the triangle is or if the polygon is convex or convex quadrilateral or it is concave quadrilateral. Sum of all measures or sum of all angles of sum of measures of all angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. There doesn't matter if the quadrilateral is convex or concave. Okay, so in case of concave polygon also we can write this is our concave polygon, concave quadrilateral. So for this quadrilateral also we can write measure angle 1 plus measure angle 2 plus measure angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Also measure angle 4 plus measure angle 5 plus measure angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. So we can write this answer of this here. Therefore sum of all angles of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to 360 degree. So there is no change if the polygon or quadrilateral is convex or concave. Sum of angles or angles of all the quadrilaterals is equal to 360 degree. So okay students, do you understand this? Okay. Now we will discuss next example. Look at here. Find x plus y plus z. We have given here one diagram and we have to find the sum of angles x plus y plus z. Now look at the figure here. Y, x and z all property. We can write this as, we name this angle as x, y, z, or it is w. Okay. So using angle sum property, we can write this as 30 degree plus 90 degree plus w is equal to 180 degree. Since we know that sum of measures of all angles of triangle is 180 degree. So we get here 30 plus 90, that is 120 degree, plus w is equal to 180 degree. That means w is equal to what? 180 minus 120. So it is 60 degree. So we get the third angle of a triangle is 60 degree. Okay. So here we get this w is equal to what? 60 degree. Now look at here. This w and y both are linear angle. Okay. W and y both are linear angle. And what is the property of linear angle? Yes. Their sum is 180 degree. Okay. Sum of linear angle is 180 degree. So using linear angle property, we can write w plus y is equal to 180 degree. W plus y is equal to 180 degree. But what is the value of w? W is 60 degree. So 60 plus y is 180 degree, which gives us y is equal to 180 minus 60, that is 120 degree. Right? Value of w is 180 minus 60, that is 120 degree. Now what about this? Also x and 90 both are linear angle. So sum of these two angles is also 180 degree. So if x plus 90 is equal to 180 degree, we get value of x is equal to 90 degree. I can directly write here x is equal to 90 degree. Also look at here z and 30. These two are also linear angle. So z plus 30 is equal to 180 degree, which implies value of z is equal to 180 minus 30. So it is 150 degree. So here we get all the values of x, y and z. Right? So we have to find now x plus y plus z. So here value of x is 90 plus value of y is 120 plus value of z is 150. Now 120 plus 150 plus 90. Now tell me what is the value here? 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9? 16. Right? 16. And here 1 plus 1 2 and the carry one is 3. That is 360. Okay. So we get value of x plus y plus z is equal to 360. So it is quite easy. Here we use two properties. Which properties? Angle sum property and linear angle property. Okay. Also the second example is same like the first one. Here the quadrilateral is given and x, y, z and w all are exterior angles. Right? So you have to find the sum of these exterior angles. Now we have already learned that sum of all angles of quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Angle sum property of quadrilateral. So using that property and linear property, we can easily find out the sum of x plus y plus z plus w. Let us see how to solve this example. So here I write using angle sum property of quadrilateral, we can write this angle sum property of quadrilateral. I denote this angle as x, y, z. I denote this angle as p. So I can write here 120 degree plus 80 degree plus 60 degree plus p is equal to 360 degree. Okay, using angle sum property. So now we get 120 plus 80 is 200 and 200 plus 60, that is 260 degree plus p is equal to 360. So therefore value of p is equal to what? 360 minus 260. So value of p is 100 degree. So here we get the fourth angle of quadrilateral is 100 degree. Now look at here. Everywhere these two angles are linear. These two angles are linear. Z and this 60 degree is linear. W and P both are linear. And what is the angle? Linear angle property? sum of the angle is 180 degree. So using linear angle property, we can easily say that using linear angle property, we can easily say that yes, z plus 60 degree is equal to 180. So which implies value of z is equal to what? 180 minus 60, that is 120. Again, y plus 80 degree is equal to 180, which implies value of y is equal to what? 180 minus 80. So it will be 100. Next one is x plus 120 degree is equal to 180. Now tell me, what is the value of x? Right, 180 minus 120. So it is 60 degree. So here x is equal to 60 degree. And last one is what? Yes, w plus p, value of p is 100 here. So w plus 100 is equal to 180, which implies value of w is 180 minus 100. So it is 100. So we can get here x, y, z and w, all the angles. So just find out the sum. So therefore x plus y plus z plus w is equal to what? 120 plus 100 plus 60 plus 80. Now find out the sum. 120 plus 100 is 220. 220 plus 60 is 280. 280 plus 80, it's 360. Okay, that is 360 degree. Here we get. Now look at here. In both these examples, we can get the sum is 360 degree. Now look at here. This x, y and z, all these are exterior angle of this triangle. Okay. Here it is quadrilateral, and x, y, z and w, 4 are exterior angle for that quadrilateral. And here we find out the sum of exterior angle of triangle. X, y, z. Sum of exterior of triangle is 360 degree. Also, in case of quadrilateral, here also we get sum of exterior angle is 360 degree. So, while it is a triangle or it is quadrilateral, if it is pentagon or a hexagon, we can get sum of exterior angle of any of the polygon is 360 degree. So remember students, so from these two examples, we have learned here sum of exterior angle of polygon is 360 degree. What? Sum of exterior angle of polygon is 360 degree. Do you understood? Yes. So we have solved some examples in our previous session. Also in today's session, we have solved here two examples of exercise 3.1. Remaining 2 or 3 examples we have to solve on. Okay. So my dear students, you have to complete exercise 3.1 in your notebook. So write down all these examples in your notebook, and if you have any difficulty in solving remaining examples, then you can ask me anytime. Okay students? Okay. So watch this video carefully, listen this video carefully and solve the exercise 3.4 independently. Okay? Have a nice day.